Nerd Soul.
I'll ask this to anyone who's watching this from the FGC: what is a major? And here's why. We say, oh, we got to go to the majors. You got to go to the major. And then you get there and you're like, hey, man, the event ain't right. The organization ain't right. The food ain't right. The brackets ain't right. The pools ain't right. If all this stuff ain't working, why are we considering a major? What? Just because a lot of people are there? You can have a whole bunch of people at the flea market that don't make it the mall. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look, I'm just saying, look, we need to stop feeding into these places just because we'll be like, oh, this is a major. And then the person that won the grand prize, they'll be like, he walked out of here with $100. What? What are you, this ain't no major. Why are we kissing the posterior of a certain event or someone who runs an event who ain't even pouring back into the community? Because we know they made some money off of all these people walking around up in here. But then the top 8 people ain't got 2 nickels to rub together. So, I mean, and I'll let you go with your statement.
I just wanted to add to what you said about not putting so much emphasis on majors. I want to add to that and say, how about everybody in the FGC, everybody who listens to NERDSoul, or anybody who randomly come across this video and you think yourself to be good or prominent, significant, whatever you see yourself as. You play fighting games and the algorithm put this video on your timeline and here you are listening. I'm talking to you too. How about we just change completely how we think? Stop trying to be the best in the world. Stop crowning people the best in the world. Just play.
Yeah.
Let's just all just play.
Yeah, just play, man. Have a good time and play.
The online, I ain't gonna say online. The games that we play have a system of monitoring skill. Whether you like it or not, there is a ranking system in pretty much all fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you like how it's set up or not, it's there. And it's there to evaluate skill. That is the only reason for it. It doesn't mean here's what it's doing. And I had to explain this to somebody in DNF Duel, which we wasn't arguing. I just had to help him see things different. So it wasn't an argument. It was more like me giving him a different perspective. I was talking to the number 2 Kunoichi, right? He's the number 2 Kunoichi. And then I had fought the number 3 Crusader at the time, and he was trying to inbox me and trying to discredit me. But the number 2 Kunoichi guy was trying to help me see it from his perspective. He was trying to say, well, man, the guy's basically trying to say is that, yeah, you're number 1 hitman, but your deity rank isn't number 1. And I'm like, okay, so let me explain it to y'all. That's what I said to him. So I'm going to say it to y'all. I'm not saying I'm the best in the world. I'm just number 1 according to the game. The game evaluated me at the number 1. Am I the best hitman in the world? No. I'm saying it's just that the game has evaluated my individual play with the character that I'm using. So when you go and look at your stats or your ranking on any game, all you're looking at is what you did with the character you're using. The game is evaluating you as far as the inputs that you put in. How you to try to compare that to somebody else's progress and say, because Street Fighter got the little grid stat. You know how it's like a little pie chart, little pie grid. Street Fighter 5 got that where it tells you how aggressive you are.
Oh yeah.
Right? Okay. People like to do that. People like to go check people's Capcom Fighter Network account to see look at their little pie chart grid. Because this one guy screenshotted my pie chart to me one time. I think I was playing Street Fighter 5 way back in 2017 or whatever. Around the time me and you was kicking it a lot on Street Fighter 5. And I was just playing with Karen, but not serious about it. Dude took a picture of my Karen pie chart and we had a little back and forth in that box. But just hearkening back to that, a lot of opponents give themselves a false sense of hope or a false sense of the opponent that they're looking at by looking at that pie chart. What you're looking at is this person on their system, what they're doing with their game. but when you actually fight them, they beat the crap out of you. Well, wait a minute, I looked at this dude pie chart. He's not real aggressive. He's real defensive. He blah blah blah, whatever the pie chart said. But when he fought you, he had your number and beat you. And you can't understand how this person whose rank is lower than yours is keep beating you because you are playing the game and the game is rewarding you or evaluating you. You can't compare yourself to another person whose rank you see is whether it's higher or lower, because that individual, what they do on their console, they're getting a different evaluation from the game. The game does not know you, it just knows the sequence of buttons you press. It doesn't know you as a person, it doesn't know your name, it doesn't know your pet peeves. It's an algorithm. The algorithm on the PlayStation or the Xbox or the Steam is just evaluating your inputs. That's it. It doesn't mean you're the best or the worst. It just means today your input felt more aggressive than defensive, or defensive than aggressive, tactical, whatever. Today you were super aggressive. Tomorrow you super defensive because of the way you've been inputting your input today. And that is how you're being evaluated, and that's it, and that's all, and there's nothing else. So whatever the rank says on the screen, it's still a false sense of that person's skill level because you have to actually fight them. And if you have not actually fought them yourself, personal self, you can't watch enough video clips and try to evaluate that person. If you yourself have not fought them. I can evaluate Punk because I fought Punk. I can evaluate LTG because I fought LTG. I can evaluate I'm Still the Daddy in Europe because I fought him. I can evaluate IDOM because I fought him.
See, I can evaluate Open Mind because I fought him.
Fought me. And that's just real. That ain't even joking. This is not boasting, bragging. This is facts. This ain't even my opinion. This is actual facts. Like the grass is green, water is wet, dirt is dirty, and the sky is blue. That's facts. It ain't my opinion.
Well, it's also because people, so this is why I don't really look at whose name I'm fighting or their rank, because, and not that I don't care. I mean, I'm sure it's, interesting and everything, but the rank of a player is the assigned algorithmic computer result of what they have done in the past. That ain't got nothing to do with what they about to do right now in this match. Now, it might be an indication, but if I'm going to put all of my weight into what I believe they are, or the fighter that I believe they can be, into what's happened before, that can end up ruining my whole match, because I'm stuck thinking, oh, they're beneath me. And it's like, no, maybe they're not beneath you. Maybe they've just had struggling matchups, but the matchup with your character, they have down pat because they play that character a lot online. That character that you play is also maybe their brother or sister's main character, and maybe another one of their friends' main character. So now, say we're in Strive. Say they have a bad matchup with Kai, and they get matched up with Kai a whole lot, and they get their butt beat all the time. But you play Zato, all right? You play Zato, and guess what? Their sister plays Zato, and their best friend plays Zato. And they've also played a lot of Zatos at at some local tournament that he does or she does every other week. So now when he steps in the match to you, or she steps in the match with you, they're like, oh, this is a slam dunk. I know exactly what Zato's doing.
Because you don't know who's sharing PlayStations today. You don't know nothing about people's personal homes. Well, go ahead.
Thank you. So it's like they step into the match with you. They're like, oh, not only am I comfortable in this match, but I know everything that I can do against Zato. I know what Zato can do against me, and I know my weaknesses and my strengths against this particular character. So someone who you're looking at saying, oh man, they must really stink, when they get in your particular matchup, they're like, they got this. It's a walk in the park for them because they always do this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's tough to look at like the pie chart stuff and the rank stuff. Like, I guess for Strive, it would be the bounty money or whatever. It's hard to look at that, or even the floor you're on, and say, oh, this is going to be a cakewalk. because I've had easy matches on the ninth floor and hard matches on the sixth floor. Like
That's every day, B. That's every
so,
day, bro.
so it you never know, So a
So
rank is really it's tough, man. You can't say that someone is only their rank. It will only ever be their rank.
I got another maybe I want to throw in there because you threw a
Okay,
lot of maybes out. I want to add another bonus maybe,
all
right?
right.
Here's a bonus maybe. I got a wife and kids, and my wife is just like Lisa, just like your wife. She likes attention, and she want me to cut the game off,
Yeah.
and she don't care, and she don't care about the game like that. She'll come sit on my lap facing me and start kissing on me. And all right, baby, all right, I'm about to turn the game off. Okay, baby, and then she'll skip into the room and get out of my face. But she'll do that in the middle of a match, and the guy wins. And she'll laugh if she doesn't care. Now, am I gonna get divorced for that? No, I'm just gonna turn the game off and go spend some time with my wife. Whereas a lot of guys, I saw LTG do it. He broke up with his girlfriend for this. LTG broke
Wow.
up with his girlfriend over it. She wanted
Okay.
some attention. He was playing the game. This was on a live stream. This happened
Wow.
live.
Really though?
This was years ago. But the girl that he had at the time, I don't know who he's with now. He was on his live. She was in a room sitting next to him in a chair. He was playing, and she was like nibbling on his ear, kissing on him and stuff. And he kept like, get off me. You see I'm playing the game? Come on. You know how LTG is. He gets the cuffing and stuff.
Yeah.
What happened is he lost the match. He threw his controller and he started cussing at her. Why are you acting so childish? What is wrong with you? And they broke up right there live on air.
Wow. Yo,
That is
look,
how he
controllers be costing
responded.
too much for all that,
But
son.
listen, I'm leading up to something. I'm still leading to my maybe. He broke up with his girlfriend over a video game because he wanted to win that bad, right? Whereas me, when my wife or one of my kids do something that takes my attention away from the screen, like I got two autistic kids in my house, but the second autistic child, she's more like she's functioning autistic. Like you don't even know she's autistic. It's just she got her little quirks. It's my baby boy, who's the full blown autism. Okay, he's all
Hmm.
over the place, and he's 13 years old. He's 13. He's not baby autism. He's almost like teenage boy autism, right? He does not. He actually wants to waits me to play, get on the game so that he can get into stuff,
he's like
and I have to try
he's
to
like
play the game
dad's
and try to
busy.
focus on. You see what I'm saying? I'm a dad, so listen. If she or them, my kids, do something to take my mind off the game, take my face off, like I'm staring at the screen and I'm mashing buttons, but they do something or say something, they're upstairs arguing, they yelling and cussing, like my daughters will be yelling and cussing at each other. Y'all stop all that damn cussing. Hey, I'm gonna come upstairs, and I turn into dad mode in the middle of a fight. So what I'll do is I'll just disconnect. I'll disconnect in the middle of the fight, turn the whole PlayStation off because now I got to go upstairs and be dad.
Yeah, you
Because
gotta go regulate.
my opponent says I rage quit. The nasty inboxes I get, or if they can't inbox me because I blocked them, they'll come on my YouTube or my Twitter and say I'm a chronic rage quitter. You quit, you rage quit. No, I don't owe you an explanation, but I'm telling you right now because you said maybe. I threw another maybe in there because we're still talking about stats and rank and pie charts, right? We're talking about progress, talking about a
Yep.
person's title. I'm saying don't look at my numbers because my numbers wouldn't be what they are if my circumstances were the same. This game is not more important than my wife and my kids. It's
Yeah.
not more important than them. And I will turn it off immediately at mid fight. If my wife need me to, babe, you in the middle of a match? Yeah, babe, well, come here real quick. I need to show you something. I need to ask you something. I need to talk to you about something. She calls my name. She'll ask, babe, are you in a fight? Yeah, babe, I'm in the middle of a fight right now. Okay, when you finish, come here. I got to show you something. I don't wait till I'm finished. Fuck it, I'm about to come now. Sorry for cussing. I'm about to come right now and see what my wife wants because this game is not that doggone important. And she might not want anything. A lot of times it's a false alarm. A lot of times it's just her wanting me to show me a goofy meme or a funny little video on TikTok or to do or some gossip about some family gossip, right? Internal family stuff like immediate cousin, auntie stuff that's going on in the family. You know, baby, you tell you what auntie such and such, or uncle such and such, or cousin such and such. It's something to that effect
Hmm.
that she'll call me for. And in many cases, often, very often, not seldom, but often, if either her or the kids do something to distract me and I have to turn the game because I'm a whole father. I'm 41 years old and I play games, but I play games like old men go fishing, old men go to the golf course. I'm an old man that play games. That's my golf course. That's my fishing. Right. That's what I do. There are old men who go fishing. They go play golf. They do something that's
Yeah.
unproductive. Right. Whatever it is. Golfing is unproductive. Fishing is unproductive.
Well,
It's
no,
just
it,
something.
it has its places. It provides that area to kind of like concentrate and kind of like release.
But I'm saying productive in a way that you're not making any income.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're not this activity that you're doing is not bringing in any money. This is just your leisure, and that's fine because I know how to fish because my granddad and great uncles taught me how to fish. Those old men with their cigars in their mouth with the little boat up there in Michigan, because I'm from Michigan. The little lakes out there got the little boat and they got their rods on the side and they teach me how to fish. We catch some fish, throw away the ones we don't want, take the ones home we do. It was a fun adventure. We didn't eat them right away. Kept them in a bucket of water, kept them in the garage, and then the next day, granddaddy want to barbecue, he barbecue. But it wasn't an immediate, we going fishing because we hungry. No, granddad
Yeah.
went fishing because my mom's dad went fishing because he would say to me, I just need to get away from your grandmama, grandson. You understand when you coming in, you understand when you coming in, sometimes you gotta get away from them women. Get away. It's me, it's my granddad and my great uncles, his brothers. It's just, a couple kids. It's just boys.
Yeah,
This is
they need their
men
time.
this is men with little boys, and I'm with my granddaddy for the weekend, and we're doing boy stuff, man stuff, right? But it's equating. I'm equaling to playing video games. Playing video games is just as unproductive as that, but it's what you as a person do to either get your peace of mind, to gather your thoughts, whatever you do to pass your time. You got to do some type of activity. Some people go to the gym and
True.
lift weights. You're still unproductive. You getting in shape, but you're not making no money. When I say unproductive, I mean you're not
He talking
growing
about
income.
money.
Something.
Unless
Yeah.
unless you one of them people that come down and y'all pull up the crab bucket and y'all got like 30 crab. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You come in the
we ain't
back in
doing
the
it for a
cooler,
living.
y'all got like 20 fish. Unless y'all fishing like that.
And so I said all that to say that will affect or have a narrative about my online stats. Whatever the profile says, that because if people go look at my profile on a game that I'm playing, whatever game it is, if the stats are not real, don't that doesn't tell you anything about me. I don't care what game it is, what game I'm playing, or what character I'm using. If you try to look at my stats, my win loss rate, my pie chart, because it seems like all fighting games got the pie chart now, and it's aggressiveness, defensiveness, tactfulness,
Yeah.
and execution, all that stuff, whatever. My pie chart's gonna lie to you. My rank is gonna lie to you. My win loss rate is gonna lie to you. If that is what that's why I say go all the way back to the beginning of this whole thing. The big gigantic maybe is people in home circumstances. You do not know who you're fighting. You don't know that person's surroundings, what's distracting them, what's not.
Mm,
You and until you actually fight a person and you fight them more than once, maybe that is the only way you're gonna know their skill level. You have to know individually because you have to face that person. Watching their clips and seeing them do the ultra super flashy combo that looks great, or watching them fight other people does not tell you anything. You gotta fight that person to know definitively that they're good, bad, or indifferent.
true that.
And
True
if
that.
you and if you haven't done that or don't have the way to do that, you're just a speculator at the end of the day, and nothing or everything you say is your opinion until you can fight that person. I don't have an opinion about Punk. I got facts. No opinion about LTG. Facts. No opinion about I'm still the daddy, but I got facts because I fought them. I know the pressure. I felt the pressure on these guys. They all gave me that pressure, win or lose. I fought these men, whether you like LTG or not, whether you think he's a bad person or not. I'm telling you, he is the real deal. I fought him. So if you can just not, if you didn't know anything about the guy as a shenanigans on YouTube, if you didn't know his toxicity, but you just fought this person on the game, he will give you that work. LTG will give you that work. Yes, I fought him and I beat him, but he did beat me one time. I'm 3-1 against him, but 3-1. He got me. And I ain't talking about a round, a whole fight where he went to the birth screen and his character was standing over my character. Now I won 3 times, but I have to acknowledge that LTG beat me. I gotta give him that. He won. I didn't steamroll. And the 3 wins I did get, it's not like I had a full health bar. I was blinking red on all of my wins.
Dang.
I'm just saying it to be honest. I'm not saying it. I'm not talking out of arrogance. When people talk in the FGC, they all got that arrogant tone in their voice. I mean, no, I don't even care if it is LTG. I'm just talking about straight knuckles to knuckles, fight to fight, man to man. Respect that man. If nothing else, that he got skills on that controller, and he will give you the work. I fought him. I felt the pressure.
He said, I felt the pressure.
This is nothing to do with his personality. I am separating the personality from the person. I'm just talking about straight buttons, straight fighting on the game. LTG is the real deal. He is that dude. Yo, yeah, he rage quit a lot, but that's his marketing thing. That's his thing that he does. So he's a serial rage quitter, but that is how he promotes his channel. That is his gimmick. That is his WWF persona. You see what I'm saying? This is
Yeah,
all an act.
he probably opened up the closet and got like 10 controllers, same
But
color.
listen,
Like,
people think that's where I want to segue into about the culture changing its mind.